The money started coming in very, very, very quickly because people like me, they were seeing the video report and people were thinking the same as me. How on earth can this be happening in this country?
It started within hours of seeing what was going on at baby banks across the UK.
I had Sky News on in the background and I just vaguely heard about food banks and organisations struggling to give formula out to parents because of the cost of the formula and they're having to actually ration it.
He is a dad of 4 from Essex who decided to do something.
I think the motivation for me and a lot of the people donating is just this cannot carry on.
Simon's crowdfund has raised over £50,000, which is now helping families struggling to afford baby formula.
We are just going out buying the milk and getting it to the food banks.
We join Zoe making the first deliveries.
I'm upset that it's general members of the public that are putting their hands in their pocket to help others. It's really heartwarming, it's really nice, but people shouldn't have to do that.
The next stop was Southend-on-Sea, where we met Martina and her 2-month-old son. When you see the prices on the supermarket aisle, what does it do to you?
My jaw drops. My jaw literally drops because it is expensive and it is exploiting us young parents.
You feel exploited?
Definitely. It does feel like you like get attacked, if that makes sense.
The sense that I've got is that as quick as the formula's coming in, it's going out again. Literally, they cannot get enough of the stuff.
First time in many, many months that we've completely run out, but this will make just such a huge difference because people come in, they need to feed their babies, of course they do, and we haven't been able to give it to them.
What we've seen in so many communities now is that it is public donations and charities that are feeding babies right across the UK. All of them say this is not sustainable. The World Health Organization is scrutinising what's happening. Lawrence Grummer-Strawn, their lead on infant feeding, wants the formula industry to be held to account.
Are families being exploited?
Yes, I think that we can say that. When you see that these prices are being driven down to the consumers and having to pay extremely high prices, they're in a very vulnerable situation, that they have infants that have to be fed and there aren't many alternatives out there for them and there aren't really other companies they can turn to, then we would say, yes, that you're exploiting them to increase the profits of these companies, and they have huge profit margins. As these prices go higher and higher, and it's going to be reaching beyond their limits, we really want to make sure we're not making mothers feel guilty. This is not their fault. This is problems that the government hasn't stepped up and supported them in ways that they need to. And we really need government action to address either on the price end or in ways to help those families directly.
The formula companies blame high production costs for the price rises. The Westminster government says they are helping with the cost of living. But the formula fundraising tells a different story. Simon has now teamed up with a national charity to spread this across the country. But they all know that one van and the kindness of strangers will never be enough. Tom Parmenter, Sky News.